Okay, now that we've learned all those cool and interesting facts about snow, we are going to be creating a snowflake today. Now, as you can see from the example, the snowflake we are going to draw today is going to be really, really big. It takes up my entire sheet of paper, doesn't it? Okay, so it looks really complicated, but honestly, it's really easy when we take it one line and one shape at a time. So the first thing we need to do is make sure we have our pencil. We need to make sure that we have our paper, and our paper needs to be going long today. Okay, we don't want it going tall because our snowflake is going to be wider than it is tall. So we want a nice wide snowflake. So you want your paper going long paper today. Okay, so everybody got their pencil? Everybody have their paper going long? And we're ready to get started. So the first thing we are going to do is we are going to draw an X right in the middle of our paper. So what I want you to do first is I want you to put your finger on your paper right about where I have my finger. So find this spot on your paper and put your finger right there. Now put your other finger right where I've got my other finger down here, okay? So if you got your finger up here and your finger down here, you're exactly where you need to be. So what we're going to do is we are going to start by making a dot up here where I have my one finger. So make your dot right up there at the very top. And then back down here where you have your other finger, make another dot. So I've got two dots on my paper, right? One up here at the top and one down here at the bottom. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw a diagonal line. And remember, diagonal lines are slanted. So I'm going to start at this dot and I'm going to draw all the way down to this one. So take your pencil. Does it have to be a perfectly straight line? Nope. Is mine perfectly straight? Nope. Just has to be a diagonal line that goes from one edge of the paper to the other. Because the most wonderful thing about snowflakes is they're all different, right? So should your snowflake look exactly like mine? No. And that's what makes snowflakes so cool. Okay, so everyone should have their line drawn. So now what we're going to do is I want you to put your finger down here at the bottom of your paper. See where my finger is? Put your finger right there. Put your finger right here. And then take your pencil and make a dot. And then I want you to put your finger right here where my finger's at. Find this point on your paper, right here, and make a dot. So now I have two more dots, and I'm going to do the exact same thing. I'm going to draw from one dot to the other dot with a diagonal slanted line. And remember, it doesn't have to be perfectly straight. Okay, so now that we have our X on our paper, now what we're going to do is I want you, put your finger right here in the middle of your X and drag it over right here. So put your finger right here in the middle of your paper and make a dot. And then I'm going to start at the middle of my paper, the middle of my X, and I'm going to drag my finger over to this side, and I'm going to make a dot. So now I have two dots, but this line also needs to go through this point right here in the middle of our X. So I'm going to be drawing a horizontal line. Now remember, horizontal lines go from left to right. Horizontal line. So I'm going to start here at my dot and I'm going to draw across my paper right through the middle of my X over to my other dot. And now, how many lines do I have? Let's count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we learned in our videos that snowflakes have 6 sides. And this type of snowflake is what we learned was called a dendrite. We're making a dendrite snowflake. Okay, so everyone should have their horizontal line and their 2 diagonal lines. So now we're going to go back and we are going to add all of these cool details on our snowflake. So we're going to start here in the middle, and I want you to come right here on your snowflake, right in the middle of, see the V right here? We got this V. Come right in the middle of the V and put a dot. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw the top of a triangle, an upside down V. So I'm going to start at my dot, and I'm going to draw a diagonal line to each side of the big V. So now I've created a diamond or rhombus shape right here in the middle. Okay, so get your diamond rhombus shape. Okay, now this V right here, find this V right here, and right in the middle, you're going to put a dot right there in the middle. Okay, now this time, see where this line comes down? Put your finger right there where that line touches that edge of the V. And you're going to take your pencil and you're going to start right there, and you're going to draw over to your dot. So now it looks like this line is connected, doesn't it? Now from my dot, I'm not going to come straight down. Okay, don't come straight down. You're going to make a diagonal line. So make a diagonal line and stop at your horizontal line. Now, if you look at this, can you see the capital letter M we just drew? See that capital letter M? Okay, so we're almost there. We're getting it. We are getting around our snowflake. Okay, so now I've got this V. Okay, see this V down here? I'm going to find the middle, and I'm going to make a dot. Okay, now I'm going to look at my horizontal line, and I'm going to find where that diagonal line is. I'm going to put my finger on it. And I'm going to draw from there down to my dot. Diagonal line down to my dot. Okay, now from this dot, I'm going to draw a horizontal line back to this side of my X. So I'm going to start here at this point and draw horizontal line back. So see how it looks like half of a star right now? Kind of looks like half of a star. Do you see that? And we're just going to keep going all the way around. Okay, so we got our V down here at the bottom, our upside down V. We're going to find the middle, put your finger right where mine is, and make a dot. And then go back to this diagonal line and find where we drew our last line. And you're going to draw a diagonal line to your... And then you're going to draw another diagonal line over to the other side of that upside down V. Okay, now we have this V right here. Find the middle, make a dot. Come back to this diagonal line and put your finger right there where the two lines meet. And you're going to draw a line to your dot. Okay, now from here, we're going to draw a diagonal line up to our horizontal line. Up to our horizontal line. Okay, we're almost done. Almost done. Well, at least with this step. We still got a few more steps to do. Okay, so now we're down to our last V. The last V. Find the middle and make a dot. Now this one, we have to be very, very careful. So watch. Starting at my horizontal line, I'm going to find where my two lines meet. And I'm going to draw from there up to my dot. But now I need to go to this diagonal line and find where these two lines meet. Now where these two lines meet, I'm going to draw from there to my dot. And now I've got my 6-pointed star right in the middle. Now, does yours have to look exactly like mine? Nope. Remember, snowflakes, they're all different. So finish up your star, and then we are going to move on to our little details. And then once we're done with our details, we can color our snowflakes. Okay, so what we're going to do is on each of our points of our star, we are going to draw a line and a diamond. Okay, every one of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So watch, and I'm going to show you how to do this. So find the first little upside down V that we made, and you're going to make a little line coming up. Now, on the top of it, you are going to make the letter V. So now I've made the letter Y, right? Kind of like we did with our trees a little bit ago. Letter Y. Now, on top of my V here, I'm going to make an upside down V. So what I'm going to do, first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to come up and I'm going to make a dot right above it. See my dot? And then I'm going to draw an upside down V. And now I've made a diamond. Okay, now, if it's easier for you, twist your paper so that you're looking at this as an upside down V. You can twist your paper as we go around. That might help you keep your line straight, okay? So again, I draw a line up. Let me zoom in a little bit so you can see what I'm doing a little bit better. Okay, so I drew my line up, and then I draw my letter V. So now I have a Y sitting on top of this diamond. Okay. And then above my Y, I make a dot. And then I connect my dot to either side of my V to make an upside down V, which is a diamond or rhombus. Then when I'm done with that one, I'm going to twist my paper around again. So now that I'm looking at this diamond, okay, I've got this diamond now. I start with a little line, and I make a V, Above my V, I make a dot. And from my dot, I draw 2 diagonal lines to either sides of my V to make an upside down V that makes a diamond or rhombus. So, do you see the pattern that we're doing? We're making a pattern, aren't we? Following the exact same steps all the way around. So now I've twisted my paper, so now my paper is upside down. Okay? So now I'm going to draw a line up, vertical line, letter V, a dot above the letter Y I just drew, and then from my dot, 2 diagonal lines to make my diamond or rhombus. And I'm going to twist my paper. Again, I've got 2 more to do. I've done 4. I've got 2 more because 2 plus 4 equals 6. Okay, I've got my diamond. I'm going to draw my vertical line up. Letter V. Make my dot. Upside down V to finish my diamond or rhombus. And then I've got 1 more. Twist my paper 1 more time. I'm going to draw my vertical line up. Letter V on top to make a Y. Dot above my Y. Connect my dot to either side to make my diamond or rhombus. And then my paper goes back to the way it was. And we're almost done. Almost done. So this is kind of what your paper should look like right now. And again, snowflakes are all different. Yours does not have to look like mine. Doesn't have to look like mine. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we have to add these details on the rest of the lines. Our big X and our horizontal line. So this is easy because all I've done, if you look here on this line, I drew 2 letter V's, didn't I? That's all I did was just 2 letter V's. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my paper and I'm going to twist it. So I'm looking at my line, going straight up and down. And at the top, I make a letter V. And I make another letter V right underneath it. So it kind of looks like the end of an arrow, like from a bow and arrow. Kind of looks like the end of an arrow with some feathers popping out of it. And once I've done that one, I'm going to twist it so now that my horizontal line has become a vertical line. And again, I put a letter V at the top. And then underneath, I draw another letter V. And then I twist it again. So now that this line is a vertical line, letter V, letter V. Twist it again. 2 letter V's. V, V. Almost done. I only have 2 more left. So I'm going to twist it again. Now my horizontal line is a vertical line. 2 letter V's. 2 letter V's. And then I twist it 1 more time. Last one. Letter V. Letter V. And then I can twist it. And now my snowflake is finished. or at least it's drawn. We haven't quite finished it yet. So once you are done, put your pencil up and we are going to get ready to color. So when you're ready, just put your pencil up and we will get started on the coloring as soon as everyone is done. Okay, get your blue marker out when you are ready. Blue marker. Okay, so just like we always do when we have a marker, we are only drawing over our pencil line. So we're going to start from the very beginning and we're going to start by outlining our X. So do the X first. We're just going to redraw the entire snowflake. Start with your X. And then do your horizontal line in the middle. Okay, now I'm going to go back and I'm going to do the star that we drew. Okay, so I'm going to outline my star. Okay, then I'm going to go back and I'm going to my vertical line and my diamond. Now, if you drew yours as big as mine, you should be able to go around your diamond and have plenty of space in the middle to color with a crayon. But if you drew yours smaller and you're outlining your diamond and it accidentally colors in with your marker, is that okay? Absolutely. So now I'm going to go back and do all of my lines and diamonds.
Pardon the interruption. Washington National is here today in the cafeteria. Please take 10 minutes to see the representative and hear about policies that can protect you and your family. You get a free gift for listening, and if 15 people listen to the presentation, there will be a raffle for a crock pot trio. Again, he is in the cafeteria. Thank you.
Okay, keep going.
Please pardon interruption. Please pardon interruption. Kellen Wood, if you're in the building, please come to my office. Kellen Wood, if you're in the building, please come to my office. Thank you.
Okay, last thing we have to do is all of those V's. Now we have 6 lines and we drew 2 V's on each line. So how many V's? Anybody know? Is it 12? Yes, it is 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We did 12 of them. Okay, so once I have outlined my whole snowflake, I am going to snap that cap. I'm put my blue marker up, and I need to find my blue crayon. And then the only things I'm going to color in on my snowflake are the diamonds and the big star. The diamonds and the big star. Remember, we color neatly, we color lightly, we stay in the lines, and we fill up the whole space. And then when done, I have a snowflake. So finish up your snowflakes, finish coloring, and then you can put your crayon up. And I hope you guys had fun. I hope you learned some cool things about snow today. And next time you're outside, take a look at those snowflakes and look really, really closely and see if you can see the 6 sides. And until next time.